Hey guys, welcome back to Weekenders on the Water. Today we're here in the garage, and today we're going to show you a simple trick to keep your Seadoo from becoming a sink doo. So if you want to know how that works, then you're in the right place. Make sure you stick around, check it out, hit that subscribe button, and let's go.
Let's go. Alright guys, like Louis said, we're here in the garage today. One of our favorite places, even though it's a million degrees. But the reason why we're having this video today is because the last time we were out, my Seadoo almost sunk.
Almost is a strong word, but it did take on water, and it was taking on quite a bit rather fast. Now these things do have a siphon bilge pump that runs as when the jet pump runs, so as long as your engine's running,
you're good.
Usually you're going to be good, particularly for this case. But it was rather alarming when we stopped and she noticed that her bilge pump, we installed aftermarket bilge pumps on this, and she looked at me and said, "Honey, my bilge pump's running." I did not believe it, but sure enough.
Sure? Yes, I'm sure.
Sure enough, it was. And
the wifey was right.
There was water in the hole. Yeah. Now, what we found out, we'll show you here.
Yeah.
All right, so here is the inside of the 2017 Seadoo GTI SE 130. I also have a 2021 Seadoo GTI SE 170, and it's still, even between the two models, it's a similar mechanism. So what works for that one is also going to work for this one, but we'll show you what happened here. So as we go into the back here, what you see is these two baler lines. So these are connected to your jet pump there in the back, and they work on a siphon. So that basically they're going to suck up anything that is in your hull. You can see they kind of go down on either side here, and any water that collects there, they're going to suck it up and shoot it out the back. So you never even really know, as long as your engine's running. You can see that they come up and they do a loop-de-loop, and that's basically so that way when the engine's not running, as long as these two hoses here are above the water line, water won't flow all the way through it. However, when we stopped the other day, we found that this hose here, you can see, it came loose. I was shocked to find this hose is held on there with just a teeny tiny little zip tie. That ain't gonna cut it. And there's not even enough meat there that I can grab a hold of that and tighten it down. It's also super small. So my plan is I'm going to replace it with a stainless steel worm screw. I'll place a link in the description down below. We can get a variety of these from Amazon. Super cheap. I like this one that it has, if it focuses, it has a Phillips head end as well as probably a 1/4 inch socket adapter. So we're going to replace just this teeny weeny little wimpy zip tie with a hefty worm screw, stainless steel. So easy enough. One thing to kind of note here is I do have the coolant bottle down out of the side. So that was basically just two 10mm bolts up here. And the reason that is out of the way already is because I'm just finished up my last video where I replaced the flush port on the same Seadoo, and I needed to basically crawl in there. So that gave me a little bit extra room, but since I already have it out of the way, it's going to make this job a little bit easier. It's not necessary. You can definitely do it without removing that, but it's only 2 bolts and it's super simple. So I've already got it set down out of the way. You don't have to do it. So
link down below where we have a video where Louis installed a bilge pump on both of our jet skis, and I think it's the same video or it's 2 separate videos, so we'll link them down below.
2 separate videos, one for each model year.
Okay, gotcha. I would not have known if my bilge pump wasn't spitting out water that my baler line came undone. Would not have known.
Yeah.
Now we would have known whenever we, washed the ski later that evening, but we might have rode around for another hour or so, and wouldn't have had any idea.
And I guess as long as you're riding too, the other line probably would have sucked it up.
Maybe.
I guess it would be probably about even, roughly even. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we'd sat there, if we'd left it tied up on a dock all night, it definitely would have sunk.
Yeah.
There was quite a bit of water coming in, and I didn't think to grab a video camera because it was just still in the moment. I wish we would have.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was quite a bit of water coming in.
Yeah, so we'll put some of this footage in here where we're actually at the sandbar in Sebastian Inlet.
Okay. I'll show you what I know now. When I figure out more, we'll update. There are these 2 hoses here, and the one on the left of the camera came completely off, and water was just pouring into the hole.
One more thing though too is I do want to show you where this is on the newer ski as well. So if you want to do the same thing on the newer ski, we're not going to create another video for that. It's basically the exact same procedure, but I'll show you real quick.
Okay.
All right, so here we are in the 2021. You can see again the baler lines are all kind of wrapped up in there. These ones, they actually zip tied them up and attached to this box that's back here, so they definitely stay up. But what's interesting about this one is that the ends of them just kind of free float in the hull there. So as long as those are kind of down low, you're in good shape. But yeah, basically it's the same idea. Here you can see the new, here you can see the baler lines on the newer ski. And they upgraded these to thicker zip ties on the newer ones. So really trying hard to keep your Seadoo afloat. I don't know why we're trusting zip ties. So again, I think it's probably a good idea, even on the newer ones, replace those with the worm screws. So with those worm screws, you're going to want to check it every year when you do your annual maintenance. As you're doing your oil change, it's a good idea. Just go ahead and make sure that your worm screws are still tight. All right, so we got the baler line off. Like I said, just kind of popped right off. Go ahead and see if we can just, just slide that zip tie off. And we'll put our worm screw on there. We'll just cinch it down on there for now until we get it in place. So try to put the screw part of it into a position where you can get to it easily. So I'm going to go on the bottom, facing to the left. Just pop it on there, and then we should just be able to tighten it down. I mean, you guys know how worm screws work. There's not really much to it. All right, so we got one on, got the other, rinse and repeat. Not much to it, but it is something that's really simple that can really save you a lot of headache down the road. So that's why I definitely recommend this. It takes 5 minutes of your time, but can potentially save you thousands.
Right. So my Seadoo is a 2017 and it has about 140, 150 hours on it. Now with that being said, I think this is the first time we've ever noticed that the baler lines weren't working. So yeah, to Lewis's point, a quick worm screw could save you a lot of headache. So there you go.
All right guys, and it's just as easy as that. This one was actually legitimately really easy. Anyone with a screwdriver or a socket set can take care of this one in 5 minutes. One thing I would say is just when you get to tightening that worm screw, don't overdo it. Remember, you are tightening rubber onto plastic, that you don't want to break or crush that plastic tube underneath. So I would just get it tight, pull on the hose, make sure it doesn't come loose with a decent amount of force. You don't need to be in there like the Incredible Hulk ripping at it or anything. Just give it a good tug, make sure it doesn't come loose, and you're in good shape. So that's going to do it for us today, guys. Remember, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Really help us out. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. It's a brand new channel. Every subscriber means the world to us, so we really do appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. And with that being said, we're out of here, and we'll see you next weekend.
Before I say bye, let us know in the comments down below if there's any kind of like jet ski maintenance or any kind of other videos where Lewis can wrench in the garage that you guys want to see. Maybe we would do a subscriber request.
Let us know.
All right, bye. Say those words?
Yeah, just let me grab the other one here and find out where the hose went.
I'm gonna watch that clip back. If you hold it on the other side, yeah, flip it around. There you go.
It's upside down.
Yeah, because you're recording.
I know, but it's upside down.
Okay, but press stop recording.
Now it's right side up.
Okay.
All right, so here we are on the 2021. You can see again, whoop, knock the lights over. And then with those worm screws, you're gonna wanna check it every year when you do your lost my socket. And so basically we're just gonna replace this teeny, wimpy little
Zip tie.
zip tie